Hey there, welcome to a video tutorial for Multimedia 110 Visual Communications. I'm Curtis Stage. Today we're going to talk about Behance, which is an online portfolio network for creatives, and this is what we're going to use all semester in our class to upload imagery so that we can see each other's work. You'll also be uploading things to Canvas for grading, but this is we want to put our stuff here first. Not things that are in the discussion group, but things that would be for assignments and projects will go into here. So if you have not created a Behance account, please do that. You would just go to www.behance.net to sign up for that. It's free to sign up for. They do have paid portfolios. You do not need to get that. This is a free account that you're making, and it is owned by Adobe, which makes Photoshop and Illustrator and etc. And if you have an Adobe account, then you already have a Behance account. You just log into it using your Adobe account. So you can sign in with an email or sign up with an email. You can use your Facebook or Google if you want, and it'll create an Adobe account and a Behance account using those accounts. I don't suggest maybe doing it with Facebook or Google. I would actually make a separate account for Behance so that it is an Adobe account. So I'm going to sign in to my account here. I've already got one made, and all my students create Behance accounts for my classes. So here we go. I'm going to sign in, and you'll then get into my area. Now, Behance kind of works in a couple ways. The first thing that you're going to see is kind of a news feed of imagery and work done by creative individuals in various fields. You'll also see work that people that you follow. So like Instagram, where you follow people, you'll see work from them as well. And these are projects. So each one of these cards right here is a project. Actually, this is one of my former students in photography, Gabriel. Each one of these cards is a project that Gabriel has uploaded. Here's a project from Stephanie. She's in our class. And so let's look at Stephanie's as an example. Here's Eddie. He's one of my former students too. So let's look at this right here. So Stephanie, we're going to do a critique of Stephanie's work, but you can see an example. She went around and took photos of signs and symbols around, and she probably just even went around school to take these pictures. So awesome. Great job, Stephanie, on that. So you can see that you'll make a portfolio and it will show up as a card, and when you click on it, you will see it as a series of images. And then you can appreciate the project and let the person know. There's Stephanie. We can let her know that we liked her project. You can also follow everybody in our class, which is great, and I will make that easy for you guys. I will have a list of Behance accounts for everybody so you can follow each other. You will need to follow me. So that's going to be your first step. Once you make an account, you're going to need to follow me. To follow someone, you basically search. You hit the little search magnifying glass, and then to follow me, of course, you're going to type in Curtis Stage. But my suggestion is to type it in as one word, Curtis Stage, and then I'm going to come up, and if you click on any one of my projects here, then you can just find my account right there like that, and then you'll follow me on here. So you'll click follow when you find me. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. So follow me so I can follow you back. That's going to make it a lot easier. Do a little search to find me. So that's going to be how we're going to connect up. Okay, once you follow me, then I will follow you back, and so that makes it really easy. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So how do we create a project? How do we create our first project? It's really easy. You can see this little blue button right here. I'm going to click create. I'm in my account. You can see that I have a profile, and I'm going to suggest setting that up. Just putting a picture, just like you did in Canvas. Put a picture in there of yourself. You can see my profile here. It will just give a little bit of information about me. Most of the people that are following me are students. That's what I use this for. And you can put links if you have a website or Instagram or whatever. So make a little profile there, and that's how you'll kind of get things started. Follow me, and that's obviously going to be how you're really going to get things started. And then let's go to create a project. So you're going to click this button. Really easy. It's going to open up this editor. And there's 3 steps. So uploading your content, you don't need to do very much fancy things with that. You're going to create a cover for that content, and then you're going to have some settings for that content. By the way, when you sign up for Behance, this is really important. You're going to want to confirm that you are signing up with it in your email. So when you sign up for Behance, it's going to send an email to your Gmail address or whatever email you use, and you want to confirm that. If you don't, then your projects will be locked and no one will be able to see them, including me. You'll be able to see your projects and you won't know that they're locked. So you want to go confirm your email that Behance is going to send you. Okay, so once you've done that, then you're ready to go to start creating your first project. And here I go. I'm going to upload files. I'm going to go search for my, let's see, I'm going to go to my desktop, go here. It's going to say where do you want to put stuff. So I'm going to say, okay, well, I could have a folder for Behance. I have something right here for our first project. There's all the 6 images. And I'm going to click open. So they're going to load in here. And once these images load in here, you can do a couple things with them. You could add text if you want to. You could embed other videos, all kinds of stuff. But and you can also see it as a photo grid or add a photo grid. I'm not going to get into any of that stuff. It's not that important. I'm going to skip right to, and then there's a little, I guess, edit styles and layout right here. So you can kind of create spacing. You can create dividers. You can do a background color. You can have a header. The headers, could be good if you want to have, something in there that says assignment 1 or whatever. You can also reorder your images, and that's all up to you. Okay, so when you hover your mouse right up here, you can see there's a little space. You don't see it right off the bat, but you see how I hover my mouse right there? Then I can put text here, and I would like to put the text of assignment number 1 would be good, right? And you can put any other information you want. Not that important, as long as we know that this is your assignment number 1, that this is a school assignment. This is pretty good. And you can even put you could do this. You could say visual communications. So visual communications or VisCom, right? And do something like that. That would be great for a title at the top, and that's all you kind of need. Then we're going to go to the cover. So we've finished number 1. All you do is upload your files and maybe hover right here and put a little text right there. I think that'd be great. Then we're going to go to the cover number 2, and you're going to pick where your cover image, doesn't matter what it is, and it'll ask you, do you want to kind of crop this, zoom in, however you want to do it. This is just the cover image for that little card that I showed you. So maybe I'll do something like this for my cover image, something like that. Okay, so once you do this, don't leave here yet. Once you pick your image and apply your cover settings, you want to do your project title right here. So this is going to be Visual Communications assignment number 1. As long as I know what you're doing here, you don't, obviously assignment number 1 should be in there. If you don't put it Visual Communications, that's up to you. All right. So something like that. That's all we need. We don't need a whole bunch of stuff going on. That's it. And then I'm going to click crop and continue in the bottom right corner. Now it's going to go directly to number 3 right now. So it just made number 2, and now we're going to 3, and we want to put creative fields in here. So for this, we can just put, it doesn't really matter in here. We could say, I don't think there's a visual communications. There's only visual effects because it has creative fields. So I'm going to say let's put in graphic design would be probably the best one for what we're doing in this class. And then, or photography, you took the pictures here, it doesn't matter, but let's pick graphic design, then click done. Right here, you don't need to add tools used or co-owners. You don't need to make me an owner. And then we are fine with this. I'm sure none of you have an adult content. And then we're going to go to display. It's in the network, Behance network, and then discoverability. You could put stuff in here, but I really don't think you need to be discovered necessarily. This is really just for us. And there's no teams. We could, this could be for a school, so we could add Los Angeles Mission College in here. I don't know if we're in here yet. I have to add us in as a campus, but so it's not going to come up yet, but we can add that in there and then select go to school, say done. So there we go. Don't have to do that, but it's kind of good. All right, and then click publish. Once you do that, it's going to kind of, obviously you can share your work. Probably not going to on these first couple assignments, but when you start making some pretty cool stuff later, you might. I'm going to click that, and then you'll go straight to your project here. And then you'll see that people can view it and appreciate it and whatever. So that's that. And when I go to my profile, you'll see in the profile that card is going to show up for assignment number 1. Sometimes it takes a second for the thumbnail to show up, or it takes a little bit for the thumbnail to show up. There it is. That's fine. Up at the top right up here, you can see there's lots of things to look at. If you go to Discover, you can search for cool things if you want to get ideas about stuff and just look through all the great art and design that people are creating on the Behance network. So this is really great. You can look for specific schools. You can look for specific types of artwork. It's really, really great. This kind of takes the place of, if some of you remember DeviantArt from a long time ago, this is a much more professional environment than something like that. I'm not knocking that. If you're still on DeviantArt, fantastic. But this is a much more professional environment. In fact, most art directors and people that I know in the industry use Behance, and they also look at other people's work in Behance. So it really is a creative outlet for industry professionals and students. So you can use it as well. So you have this Discover, live things that are going on, your profile. You can look for jobs in here, which is kind of cool. As you get going in media arts, maybe you'll find a great job. This for you is the activity feed, and you'll see any new projects that come up will be in that. So if you're following people, if you start following different creatives, I follow a lot of students, I follow a lot of artists, I follow a lot of creatives. In that For You section is where that's going to be. You can also follow certain hashtags that are hot. So if you're a fan of photography, you can follow that hashtag, just like Instagram. So that's really kind of a fun thing to kind of check out, because then you can kind of find new artworks from people that you might not ever see before. So it's really great. So I'm going to get out of that. So this is Behance in a nutshell. It should do the trick for you. I think if you have any questions, shoot me a message in Canvas. But you're going to want to put your assignment number 1 on here and then take a screenshot of it. So all I have to do is, if you take a screenshot and then give me your Behance profile. So let me go back to my profile. Last little thing here. Look up at my address up here. That's my address for Behance. So I want you to copy this and paste it into the assignment number 1 when you upload it. So you can copy and paste that in there as text and your screenshot of your project. So you'll click on the project. How do you do a screenshot? Well, on a Mac, you can do Shift-Command-N and just do a quick screenshot like this, and then it'll go on your desktop, and then you can upload that to Canvas. On a Mac, I think you have to, on the PC, I'm not sure what the screenshot is on a PC. You'll have to look that up, but I don't use PC, sorry about that. So I'm sure it's pretty easy to do a screenshot on there. So just give me a screenshot of your Behance project. Again, if you're on a Mac, Shift-Command-4, and then you can kind of drag a screenshot like this and get the whole thing. And then I know you have the assignment 1, and that'll go on your desktop. Look right here. There it is on the desktop, and that's what you're going to want to upload to Behance right there, right off that desktop. So you'll upload that to Behance, and then maybe I don't even need your address because it should be right up. It's going to give me your profile name right there, and I can look for you there. But if you want to send me your address, that's great too. All right, so this has been a tutorial for Visual Communications Multimedia 110 for Behance. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.